Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone is having a great start to your day if you're just waking up, but we have a couple of things to talk about. We're going to have the eclipse tomorrow, so lots of excitement for that, and so we're going to be breaking it down kind of hour by hour, what you can expect as far as cloud coverage. Unfortunately, we are looking at clouds. We are going to have clouds that are going to be there during that time, but how much cloud coverage we'll have is kind of to determine how much of that full solar eclipse effect we'll see. So we'll get more into that in just a moment. But of course, let me know if you can't hear me in the comment section. I just want to make sure that audio levels are good. But let's take a look outside right now. We're at 65 degrees, and so it feels really nice and spring-like. We have some cloud coverage out there, but I do think we're going to see some breaks in the clouds by the afternoon, kind of what we had yesterday as well. Now we have a north wind at around 10 miles per hour, so this has actually dropped our dew point significantly. It was very humid this morning. We're in the 60s for a dew point, and now we're in the 30s, so it's actually going to feel pretty nice out there for your Sunday. And I think visibility, we should be okay, but I'm going to just take a look really quick. And yeah, no visibility issues this morning. We did have some fog early on, but it looks like that has cleared out as of now. Now, as we take a look at our weather cams all around the city, you can see clouds still pretty stubborn right now, but I do think they will slowly start to break apart. Now, as we take a wider look here, this is our water vapor. So it's kind of showing that we're having this Pacific moisture come in from the west. And so we're going to have these high level clouds. So the high level clouds are going to be increasing today and into tomorrow for the eclipse. But high level clouds are still okay because sometimes you can get a break in them. And sometimes, even with high level clouds, if it's covering the sun, you can still see the shape, and it's still a very nice view. It doesn't completely obstruct the view of the sun. So the high clouds, it's still a little bit of a coverage, but not as much. Now, how much low-level clouds we'll get is really the question, and that's really going to be kind of that determining factor. How much we could experience is what we can see with the sun. So let's look at this cloud cover forecast. We have increasing clouds today into tomorrow, and more so into Tuesday, because Tuesday we're looking at chances of rain. Even into Monday, chances of rain, chance of a storm or two. Best chances, I would say, would be Monday night, and then of course all day Tuesday we're going to keep with those chances of rain. So something to keep in mind. But we could get lucky. We could sometimes, when there is rain and showers, even one of those downdrafts can kind of clear the sky for a little bit, so it can create a little bit of a break in the cloud coverage. So fingers crossed. But no matter what, I'm just going to kind of show you for the eclipse that no matter what, if we have a lot of cloud coverage, you will still see the sky darken. You will still experience that moment of totality, and it happens very, very fast. So probably the last minute before totality is when you will notice that it's just a sudden drop in the light, because that is when the sun will be 100% covered by the moon, and that's when you will get that total darkness effect. So even if it's cloudy, you should still, I would say, go outside to experience that drop in light. And so I just want to show you a little bit more of the solar eclipse timing. So the partial eclipse will begin at 12:14. The sky will really begin to darken at around 1:08. So around 1 o'clock, you can go out and look, and we're going to have kind of that sliver, that crescent moon type look, but it'll be in the shape of, the crescent moon will kind of be the sun shape. And so by 1:34, that is the darkest point of the eclipse. That is when everyone who is kind of looking up will experience the darkest time of the day. And then depending on where you are located across Bexar County is when you will get the longest amount of time to experience totality. So we're going to kind of go into this depending on where you are. So once totality begins, you can get up to a minute of time to experience this, or up to 3 minutes, close to 3 minutes of time. And so that can make all the difference if we do have some break in the clouds, because you can kind of wait and it gives yourself a little bit more time to see if, you know, look for the sun. So let's see. As we go northwest, that's the best area to experience the eclipse, because that's the longest amount of time you will have to experience it. So if we look at Balcones Heights, they have 1 minute and 9 seconds at 1:33. Now if you go farther northwest into Helotes, you'll have 2 minutes and 35 seconds at 1:32. Then if you go even further north into Fair Oaks Ranch, you'll have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So almost 3 minutes of time the further northwest you go. And of course, places like Kerrville as well, they'll get a longer amount of time. They could get, you know, I believe close to 4 minutes. So really good news over there. But let's go into, before we look at what we can expect with that hour by hour forecast, let's take a look first at at our current temperatures. It's pretty warm. You can see in the north with that, I mean, not the north, the south with that yellow color. So Pleasanton's at 74 and San Antonio, we're at 65. Bernie is at 61. So much cooler as we go north. So we're going to have a little bit of that north wind, and that dry air is going to be pushing farther into San Antonio. So it's going to start to feel really nice. But even with this kind of push and reinforcement of dry air, it still will get pretty warm. But at least it'll be dry. Now, as we take a look at the temperatures for the rest of the day, by 4 o'clock, still expecting it to be in the 80s, around 83 degrees by 4. And depending on how much sunshine we get, that could make our temperatures warmer. All right, now, let's take a look at our chances for severe weather. So this is this is Monday. So let me just make sure this is the right. All right, so this is Monday. So Monday, we're in this yellow color, which means we have a slight chance to see severe weather. This means we could have hail and damaging winds with some of these storms that begin to pop up. So something to keep in mind for Monday, the day of the eclipse, we are going to have that chance. But I think that most of this rain, if we do get some, will be later in the afternoon after the eclipse and in the evening going into Tuesday. Because as we take a look on Tuesday, that yellow color expands. So better chances to have some rain and storms would be on Tuesday. So let's take a look now at this hour by hour forecast so we can kind of see what to expect. Now, Monday morning, so this black line here, I'm going to go back. This black line is the line of totality. As this is late tonight at around 9 o'clock, now as we put this into motion, we're going to go Monday morning at 6 a.m. And you see kind of that black line start to disappear because we have this cloud coverage. So this is going to be those low clouds that are going to stream in. We really don't want those because those are going to kind of be on top of those high clouds if we have any. So, you know, the good news is as I put this going into the afternoon tomorrow, it does start to kind of break up. So you can see it build all the way into the Dallas area. This is Monday at around noon. Now, as we get closer to eclipse time, we're going to go into 2 o'clock. So let's go a little bit back. Go 1 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock, you can see then Dallas, the Austin area, even maybe parts of Kerrville, you start to see a little bit more of that black line. So the clouds do start to break up. We have a little bit of some break in the clouds, so that's what we're hoping for. So we could see that eclipse, that shape of the sun, and you know, you can really experience that, that full look of the moon blocking the sun. Now for San Antonio, we're still a little further south for this to have those clouds break. It could still happen, and I'll be optimistic about it, but the clouds will be there. So there is a chance for us to get a break, but overall it will be cloudy. It's just whether how much clouds we could get on that exact moment. And also you can kind of see that there's some kind of green spots here, so rain chances as well will be around for Monday morning and Monday afternoon. And then this is 4 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, again, we have a little bit more of the clouds starting to break apart. So unfortunately for San Antonio, it doesn't look like great chances to see any big cloud breaks, unfortunately. But like I said, you can still experience that change of light to darkness. So just remember that around 1:30 is when you can expect that change. All right, so as we go into Monday afternoon, you can see the rain starting to develop to the north towards areas of Austin and Dallas, moving completely farther north. And this is tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock. Rain continuing for the Dallas area. And then Tuesday, this is Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., better chances of rain, even some storm activity. Like I said, a slight chance to see some severe weather with this. And then as we go into Tuesday, 10 a.m., still going to have those rain chances by noon, afternoon as well. And then slowly it will start to push out into Tuesday evening. So very good news there. Even though people probably don't want the rain right now at this moment, we still could always use the rain for this time of year. Now here are the next 7 days to kind of show you how much rain we can expect. We're looking at parts of Bexar County could see up to an inch of rainfall, so that's good news for them. We really need those people out to the west, to kind of get a little bit more rain, because they're kind of dealing with the drought a little bit more. But this rain looks like most of the rain is going to stay off to the east, unfortunately. And then let's take a look at our 7 days, so you can see when that rain will move out. And by Wednesday, we will have partly cloudy skies, lots of sunshine. Thursday and Friday, mostly sunny skies. And then Saturday, already getting the clouds. And I think Fiesta will start to begin pretty soon on that, or the next weekend, I believe. Yeah, so we're getting close to Fiesta, but not just yet. All right, so we'll have a slight chance to see some more rain today, just drizzle. And then Monday and Tuesday, we'll have clouds, rain, chance of a storm. So cloudy day for the eclipse. Still advise you to go out and try to experience it, that darkness effect. And then Tuesday, a little bit greater chance to see some rain. A front moves in on Tuesday, and then that's going to drop our temperatures closer to average, so very nice weather. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s, and lots of sunshine. I mean, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be great days to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Friday, we start to warm up a bit, but overall, it's going to look like a pretty good week. So I'm going to leave this up so everybody can see it. And of course, let me know if there are any other questions you have. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope everyone gets out to enjoy the eclipse, even if it's just for a little bit. All right, everyone, have a great day.